So welcome back to another episode of No Shifts Given. What is going on in the world at the moment?
The world at the moment, I'm finding June, we're in June, the middle summer solstice is coming. This is where the sun is rising and everyone's feeling that little burst of energy.
Finally.
A bit more sun, guys, that's what we need, a little bit more happiness. I mean, I don't know about yourself, but when the sun's shining, I'm a different person. I'm literally like, I want to do more, I want to get more done, you know, and then you see the plants growing. I mean, I'm an avid gardener, as I'm saying. No, I've got 4 pots in a little mini greenhouse. I'm no Alan Titchmarsh. But even when you see when the flowers start sprouting, I'm just like out there in the morning, watering with my coffee, grounded in the morning. It's just, I'm loving it. Everyone, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but you're probably feeling a little bit of femininity, empowerment coming up. The fires are burning. We're finding our voice. Women are standing up in their power. It can flip also. You can be struggling with like female issues at the moment. Mother, sister, you know, friend, colleague, boss, partner, anything at the minute can be coming up. A lot of femininity around. But this is all about transformation, growth, and standing in your power. So you're finding you're speaking yourself, you're speaking up more, you're igniting that fire more. You're saying, no, I'm not taking no more shit.
They may not see this as a positive.
Yeah, it might be a struggle.
I mean,
I'm standing there singing, saying this is a great thing, because I believe that when you start speaking up and you start telling people how you actually feel, and this can transform so many things. So I don't look at it as negative, but like Susie said, you are probably looking at it like, whoa, where is it
telling everyone about them, I'm moaning, people are falling out because I'm talking up, I'm not staying quiet, I'm losing people, I'm falling out in relationships. But it's not always a bad thing because you're talking up.
I feel guilty because I'm actually saying what I want. I don't want to stand and cook dinner for 7 hours, you know, slow roast. You'll have a microwave meal tonight because I want a bath. You know, it might go like that, and you might sit in the bath and feel really guilty. But
it's about you, isn't it?
It's about you, and these transformations are here for a reason. This is, when we transform, we grow. Remember that. This is growth. And yes, these things that are happening may seem a bit scary, but try and look at it for the greater good, and try and look at it for a greater picture, that you will sit there and tell everyone about themselves and tell everyone that you're struggling.
And leave situations, jobs.
Get them go.
People are going or falling out.
The amount of people that have left their job recently or told
it's been taken out of their hands. But it's not always a bad thing, is it?
Because if the right people listen, your life will be great. The people that don't want to listen, they ain't worth your time. Not at all. And then you'll start seeing these. You'll start looking at your relationships as well, and a lot of transformation will happen. And you'll start to say, what is it I actually want out of life?
Yeah.
We're halfway through, not 13 calendar, but halfway through the normal calendar now. So what do I want this next 6 months to look like? This is where you dig deep and you start making some decisions. But
that's maybe a little task we can set.
Yeah.
Where people, for the next 6 months, write down what you want. What do you want 2027 to look like?
Manifestation, guys. Summer solstice is upon us on the 21st of June. This is where the sun will be at the highest and the longest, and this is where the transformation begins. So you can set your intention for the day. You can work with crystals like citrine if you do work with crystals. If you are a spiritual girly or a spiritual boy, you can pull some oracle cards and find out what the next 6 months will look like. But
if not, set the goals.
Just set the goals.
People know about simple as.
Yeah, set the goals and then look at what you want. What is it you actually want? And then see how it pans out. Manifestation is real and it's beautiful. So good luck. So we've just had our first question in today. So, I used to love being around people, but lately I find myself cancelling plans because I'd rather stay home. How do I get out of the rut, or is it another reason?
I'm going to go for another reason.
Okay. Hit me what your really reasons.
I've repeated this so many times, so I know over the last few weeks to people, so I know it's a common thing going on at the moment. But if you're saying yes to something you never wanted to do in the first place, you're going to end up cancelling. So what they say is a people pleaser is not a good thing to be, which we know, because, and this is very harsh, but bear with me till I explain it, they say you're a letdown and you're a liar. And that is because, and I thought, hang on, that's a bit deep, so read into it a little bit more myself. The liar is because yeah, I'll come, yeah, I do want to do that, and in your head you don't want to, you don't like them people, or you're like some of them where you're going for one person or you're going for them and not you, it's not your thing, not your theme, you don't want to do it, but you're saying yeah, so you think you're doing the right thing, and that's to more than one thing normally, and then when the time comes, you don't want to go, you've overthought it, I don't want to be with them people, I don't want to be there, don't want to be doing that, it's not mine. So you think of every excuse, you've been abducted by aliens, you've been mowed down by a tractor on the way, whatever that is, you're thinking of everything to get out of it, and then 9 times out of 10 you will not attend, or you will pull out, so you're let down.
Yeah, you're flaking.
And that's not a good trait to have. So as much as you're trying to please everyone at the beginning because you're a lovely person, you then become the opposite of that because you're not following it through. So from the beginning, if they just said, I don't want to be going there, or I'm not feeling it, or that's not for me, then you'd probably avoid some of these. But then there is cases where you just get to that point and you don't want to do it. If you're tired, you don't have to go, and it's about you.
But then you've got to look at the other scenario. So I get that, that's fine, and I agree with you completely on that, 100%. But you've got to look at if they're just cancelling everything and they don't want to go out. This is where it can get a little bit dark. So you've got to tap in with yourself. So you know yourself, if you've gone to the point where you're not going anywhere, and it's not because you don't really want to go, or is it just because you can't face people, or you're struggling to leave the house?
Yeah,
or
what level is that at?
What level is it?
Is it anywhere as in all events going on, or weekends out?
You're not going to see your parents, you're not going to
that.
see your siblings, not going to work, you're not going out the house at all in the day. This is a whole different ballgame. And that's something that we'd have to like really look at and talk about. And
but then that could be looking at reevaluating. If you're working at a place you don't want to be working at, if there's some issues around families, unfortunately we do have this in all the places, and if you just feel like we're just talking about the energy's changing, if this is changing in all areas, you may be a bit overwhelmed. So I've been feeling that, I've been tired, as everyone keeps getting off me. It is sometimes to come in, and don't punish yourself for that. I used to feel very guilty for not having a day off and having nothing to say that I've done. What have you done today? Nothing. Because that's an issue to some people.
But it's everything.
And sometimes that is another thing of just, if you've not taken a break for many years, but now you're tired and you're not going anywhere, there's so many ways to look at this, isn't there, scenario? Because I don't think that's a bad thing.
No, absolutely not. I mean, my house is my safe
space.
My home's my safe space, and I feel safe and I feel grounded, I feel happy there, happy at my most. I never had that growing up. I never had a safe home or anything. So now I'm at my home, I don't want to go out. Like the thought of going out, oh no. But the whole situation.
Out as in out.
Yeah, out. I say out. Anything past 9 o'clock, I'm frowning upon it nowadays. But what I agree with you about that, yes, it is awkward when you've got to send that text and think of a decent excuse, then you sit with anxiety. But you see, when they ask you, that 3 seconds of, oh no, I can't make it, or no.
Or even just I'll think and get back to you. Don't commit straight away.
Well, I'm unsure, but just don't let it linger out and then put off nearer the time. Do it there and then, and you're going to have that awkwardness probably for 3 seconds. They'll respect you a lot more for it.
And if they don't?
And the pressure will go. You ain't dwelling on it. It's literally open, close. But going back to it again, if you are finding that it's not because you're reevaluating stuff and you're feeling a bit down, and you're feeling a bit like you don't even want to miss the courage to get up and go for a walk, that's a whole different scenario. And that's about maybe finding someone that you feel safe with, maybe finding someone that you can speak to, and maybe having a conversation with them and just saying, look, I'm not myself at the minute. I'm worried of how I'm feeling. I don't want to have the energy to do anything. I'm feeling a bit dark. So maybe check in.
And I know these are anonymous, but please feel free to reach out to us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I'd hate to think anyone was on their own.
Or even if you don't want to tell us who you are, if you get someone close to you, we can give you so many different support networks or signposts for people you can speak to, or places you haven't got to talk, you can go to. There's so many things out there at the moment, but never, ever, ever sit on your own. Never, ever. Please reach out and communicate with either us or someone close to you if you are feeling dark. But if it's the other thing and you're in your power and you don't want to go, then stand on your ground and don't go. Absolutely, you're doing the right thing. Right, the next one in. I'm constantly telling everyone else to slow down and look after themselves, but I haven't taken my own advice in about 5 years. I feel a bit of a wellness fraud. Why is it easier to look after people than other people than ourselves? Yes, I hear you. I hear you loud and clear.
We've had similar to that, haven't we?
Yeah, we get this quite often because I think it's the guilt. The massive guilt and trying to do anything for yourself.
You're only a fraud if you're not being true to yourself. Don't worry about what everyone else thinks.
Oh yeah, who cares?
Wellness, what's that look like to everyone? It's very different.
Wellness is about you being well.
Yeah.
That's literally it. So if you're not well, that's not not doing it for yourself. You're not doing it for other people. You know, a lot of people nowadays, we're in an industry where, and I say this a lot, they'll light an incense stick or they'll do a bit of yoga and they'll snap a picture and pop it on Instagram and all of a sudden they're a guru. That is not the case at all. It's about doing what you want to do for you. But the guilt in that is absolutely massive.
And the story, wow, the message in that, if you've been non-stop for 5 years, slow down, stop, put yourself first, put your boundaries in.
Yeah.
Because the reason you're not, and this, it's hard, isn't it? Because sometimes we do just go. But you're obviously realising that they need to stop and slow down. And we're all guilty of it at some point, but how long do you keep doing it until you see the signs or stop ignoring the signs that your body's screaming out?
But why do you feel like a fraud? That'd be another thing. What is it? What is it niggling? Is people expecting more of you?
Or you're saying one thing and doing
another? So
just be honest.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to feel the same, aren't they?
It's only you're not being true to yourself. You know, if people have got an opinion, oh God, I love people with an opinion, then just turn it straight back on them. You know, like, because people that speak the loudest have normally they don't want to really disguise what's really going on in their own life. But pick one thing as well. Yeah.
At the end of the day, and people forget that when you're even on this journey or doing whatever. Doesn't matter what beliefs or what you're practicing, we're still human. We still live in the world. We still have to associate out there, walk alongside different people, and that's just the way it is. But I think be true to yourself and just remove that fraud. You are what you are. You've took time out, or you're not doing it how you used to, or you're part practice and you don't. So what? As long as you're recognising that and you're not harming anyone in the process, and it's nothing to do with anyone else.
Or maybe
but you've identified it, haven't you? So there's something that wants to change. And again, go back to what you used to do or used to enjoy, or maybe look why you're not and why you haven't stopped for 5 years. I can talk from experience at the minute. I haven't stopped for quite a long time, to be honest, 2 years or so, but that's justifiable in some ways. But then also we could be doing different things in another way. But sometimes life comes and we just have to deal what we have to deal with at that point.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course it does. Life's life. But maybe slow it right down.
Yeah.
You know, don't focus on
the expectation of others.
A journal in the morning at 4 o'clock. I want to get in a cold water bath. I want to do a smoothie shake and go on a jog and doing it. You're setting yourself up to fail. There are too many expectations there. Slow it right down. Say, okay, you know what? I'm really overwhelmed with all this wellness stuff. So what do I really enjoy? Oh, I really enjoy yoga. I'm going to set myself up to do 1 yoga class a week. Manageable?
Yeah.
If it's not, then obviously scrape it back again. But, I've got a lot of time. I enjoyed that. I don't feel like I'm overwhelmed. Maybe I could do 2. Maybe I could whack a bit of meditation, build it up, take it right back to basics. Slow it right down.
Wellness is a big thing, isn't it? So it's a bit, we're only going off the one more word that they said, but you true to you, don't worry about anything else.
Yeah.
You're where you are, and the last 5 years have happened, done now.
Draw the line. In the past, focus
and
on
like
the
we
future.
said, put your next 6 months goals, manifestations, whatever people want to look at, and what do you want them to look like, or what do you want 2027? Let's not go backwards, let's go forward, and that's where change happens.
So the next one we've got in, I've got a yoga mat, a gratitude journal, 3 self-help books, and enough herbal tea to open a shop. But I'm still stressed. Am I missing something, or am I just collecting wellness hobbies at this point? This is what you're doing. I mean, I'm just going to say straight away, why do you think material things are going to fix your issue? Like, that's just, I know that sounds, I'm not being harsh, I'm really not, but you're buying stuff to fix the problem, but that can't fix it. You need to go deep to find out why you want to buy that in the first place, and maybe look at that.
Yeah.
That's just what's coming straight out, and that's not meant harsh. I don't mean to be direct with that, but you can accumulate all this stuff and be like, it's not fixed my issue, or it's not helped. Like herbal tea, is that to sleep? Is that to relax you a bit more. The yoga mat, we took up yoga again to make you less stressed, but let's go in to look at why are you stressed? What's stressing you? What is triggering you? What's making you blow? Who's making you blow? You know, and then go into that a little bit more. And then drink your tea after you've kicked them out. That's what I'm going to say. But there's always an underlying reason.
It's a hard one, isn't it?
It is, and I'm not being abrupt, I'm not being blunt, but I did it. I first started this journey, I was like, right, I'm going to get other teas to help me do this, and I'm going to buy my mat for my breath work, and I'm going to get some books, I'm going to journal at 6 o'clock in the morning. And before I knew it, I was just so overwhelmed with absolutely everything. My tea, my journaling, my pen, that if my pen ran out of ink at 6 o'clock in the morning, I'd throw everything out and be like, I can't do it, I failed.
But have they done the self-help books?
Yeah,
it's
have you read them?
All these stuff, isn't it? Self-help. And I've been there, like you're saying at the beginning of the journey, I did do my 55 times 5, where you write 55 lines 5 times for 5 days. And it's just like, yes, that starts you seeing the problems and changing what you need to change, or it doesn't. If nothing changes, nothing changes. So you can do that whole self-help book, 3 of them, 10 of them. But if you don't then integrate after you've highlighted what the issues are, or actually works the problem, but I'll just keep going 9 till 5. Guess what? You can do the next self-help book all you want. It's not, unless you change what you're picking up in these books, they're not miracle workers. It is very difficult, and it's sometimes the bits that we highlight are the difficult things to change, so it's better to ignore it. But if you ignore it, nothing changes. So self-help is great. Doing all the stuff right down is a starting point, but it definitely wouldn't have got me where I was today.
They're just material
because you need
things,
to see why these patterns are happening. We need to go right back, not to blame people, but to understand why we've become this way. I was someone that was programmed that if you got to the top of everything and passed everything and become the top of your game or the highest level in that qualification, then you were good at what you did and everyone could clap and say well done. But that don't happen in this world, and it definitely, when I speak with my Reiki students at the weekend, I said the same. What I cannot do is hand you a step-by-step guide to get to where you need to be. It's a self-discovery, and that's what people struggle with. So yes, we could be top-end in our job, we could be top-end in anything else, but spiritual work, it stops and you have to look at yourself.
Yeah, it does, yeah.
And that's where it becomes difficult.
Or it could be that they're working, like the teas and the herbs and everything you're buying is working if you're doing the work, and then what's happening, they've identified the issue is X, and every time X is there, because you haven't got the courage or the strength to overcome that, they trigger you and your stress level goes up because you know what the problem is, but yet you haven't done the deep work to get over that.
And find where it's come from.
Yeah,
because
and you've got to go back, It is.
It's a hard one, I get it, and I feel it's quite light that they've put the T's and so many and quite laughing, but we get it. And if you don't do the work, and I keep going back to scenarios, if you don't do it, it doesn't work. It's
you can lie as many instances as you want, you're not healed. It doesn't, and that's not being direct. It's like it's and I get it 100%, because when you start this journey, I mean, when I first started, I read somewhere that crystals could help me. I went out and I bought every crystal. I've still got shelves and shelves and shelves, but I could hold that amethyst for my anxiety all day long. But why have I got anxiety? Why is my anxiety there? Who's triggering my anxiety?
Yeah.
You know, what is bringing it up? Because that crystal is just a crystal.
And then if
the
you've
intention you have
identified that,
with
but you keep putting yourself in front of that person.
And expecting that this crystal is going to solve my problems. It's not. Yes, okay, it will aid and it will help and it will calm my anxiety, but why is my anxiety there? Because he's annoying me or she's annoying me and she talks down to me and she triggers my self-worth because it's an all-time low, because when I was younger, as a child, my mum, my dad did, and that's the deep work. That's where you go back. Why is it there? Sit with it. Then buy the book. Do what it says. And then they will work. These are just tools to give you what you really need, like my crystal was.
They're part of your toolbox.
Yeah, they will work.
Back out when certain things are going
on. They just
on,
help.
But yeah, they are self-aiding tools.
It's about finding out, why did you buy that book in the first place? What was the intention behind buying that book, the self-help book? Or what was the intention behind buying the yoga mat? What did you really, really, really want to fix?
Mm-hmm. Right, so we've got some bonus questions about us now. Here goes.
Oh God.
Was there ever a point where you nearly gave up on what you're doing now? Go on, Leanne, what happened yesterday?
I don't know what happened yesterday.
Leanne's done some work, been delicate, and questioned everything that's going on.
Oh, yeah. So, like I said right at the beginning of last week's pod, I think it was, that I did my happy and Sangaya for someone else, and it ended up opening a can of worms in my life. And when I say open a can of worms, it wasn't just going back into my past. I reevaluated everything. Even doing this job. Yeah, doing this job. Working at the House of Healing, doing Reiki. Was I good enough? What is it all about? Am I meant to be where I'm meant to be? I reevaluated absolutely everything in my whole entire life. I'm on about friendships. This is all the space of probably a week. That's a lot of thinking to do. And it goes over and over and over and over in your mind. And yeah, okay, and also as well, as women, we get lots of stages throughout our cycle. Yeah. We get luteal phase and all of this. So I had the mind, Sandra was there, you're not good enough. What are you doing? You're a farce, you're a fraud. And I was like, I am, you're right. All of this stuff. Yes, reevaluate. I'll probably do it a good reevaluation once every 3 months. I'll probably reevaluate, not my whole life, but just scenarios. But this work I've been doing, this healing work I've been doing, yeah, it took me down a rabbit hole, and I was reevaluating everything. It's gone now. I feel better now. It's gone. But
she told me yesterday, I rolled my eyes and went, all right, Leanne. Yes. And then I got a voice note last night. I was just having a moment.
Yeah,
I was having a little wobble.
We all get on. So we're human, aren't we?
Yeah.
It's normal, like it is. You really reevaluate absolutely everything.
And that can go deeper. Or
even your hair colour. Like, come on.
Yeah.
There's people out there dyeing their left, right and centre. They have reevaluations every time. But it's about trying to keep yourself grounded when you're having these moments. And yes, okay, Sandra's there and she's talking to you and she's telling you all about your life and how rubbish you are. Sorry about anyone out there called Sandra. It's not directed at you. It's just my internal brain. But I have to go, right, Sandra, you're having a moment. You're having a bad day. I'm not going to listen to you. I'm going to bring it back. I am good at what I do. Mm-hmm. And the reason I know this is because of this, this and this. And get some facts in, okay? And ground yourself down. But
that's very superficial level in life, isn't it? You can question everything. And sometimes I will question what I am doing or offering.
Yeah.
But do I ever question of giving up? What you're doing now, it depends whether you think that's a spiritual journey or is it the job. The path and the journey and the person I come, never. It's never been questioned.
Oh, no.
Ever, because I just couldn't be that person. I wouldn't want to be that person I used to be. And where I am and what I get and what it's got me through. No, I'd never jump off, because choose your battles.
Yeah,
definitely. It doesn't mean it's easy, but at least I'm not in control, because that's not the right word, but I'm doing something about it.
Yeah.
Or I could be sitting back in. So I've never ever questioned my belief, my work. And I say that to people even when times difficult and we're going through situations, I've always had my belief.
Yeah.
And some people will lose that in some of the scenarios I've been through. But to me, I kept it and it kept me going, and it also keeps me humble. So on that level, no, I'd never come back off this journey. I would actually lose things or people to stay on this journey, because
that's amazing.
There's no way I would go back. Do I question where I am and what I'm doing? People know that, because I change it all the time, because I'm constantly reflecting, and then I think, is that right? Should I be here? Should I be doing more? So there's two sides to that, but me on the journey and the hard work, never.
Yeah, absolutely. Me on the journey has changed my life, and I will always be grateful that I found this path, and I will always be grateful for it, and I'll always check in. But we are human. We have these.
We're always going to be battling something, aren't we? So I'd rather be battling after Sananga and happy, because I've now realised what I need to do and work on. And the same when people say Cambo, and I wouldn't do that. Yeah. No, you wouldn't, but I wouldn't sit in bed and just see what life takes over. That's not me. So there's choose your path, isn't it? And it's, that's where you're always going to have difficulties. People think you come on this path, it's all light, love, airy, fairy. If anything, it's hard. And I never keep that away from people. But life's going to be hard anyway, so at least find the beautiful things.
Like we always say, it's growth. These times of sheer panic, where it's dark, you're like, oh my gosh, reevaluate this. It's not to reevaluate your life and see all the negatives and be bombarded with everything that's bad. It's to show you where the light is, and it's to show you, if you made these changes that don't serve you, this is what you could get. And it's about trust and about growth. And it's not about trusting, I do trust the universe. I trust that I'm being looked after and I'm guided, and I do trust that, but it's not always about that. It's about trusting yourself and going, you know what, I jumped before, if I jump now, I know I don't need anyone else because I know I've got me.
Yeah.
And that's it.
It's the small wins as well, isn't it?
The little
when
things.
you see these all start playing out, that's when it's magical. It's not magical because it was easy or it's been nice. It's magical because you've seen the outcome of it.
Well, how many times?
I'd rather have that.
Like we spoke about, how many times have you been in a situation where you thought it was the lowest point of your life, and now reflecting on it, you're grateful for it?
Yeah, it's
because without that, without being what I've been through and growing up the way I had and the situation scenarios, I wouldn't have found this path. It wouldn't have brought me here. So yes, okay, it was dark. Yes, okay, it wasn't the best, and it still have the repercussions of that. I still have to sit with a lot of memories and a lot of things that I've been through. And yes, okay, it's dark. I'm 39 and it's dark. Well, I'm 39 in 2 weeks' time, by the way. But it's dark and it's not the best. But I am grateful for the times that I had, because they have now shown me how beautiful life can actually be, and they've made me the mum and the person I am today. So yeah, okay, it's dark. Yeah, okay, it's rubbish. But I don't wish it never happened.
And we're adults, we can stop blaming. We become adults, so you can either continue to sit in that and wallow and pity me.
Victim mode.
And you become that parent with it, or you know what, you take it to make changes. And
you be the parent you never had. And that's what we work on.
Yeah.
So on the podcast, we do talk about really deep situations and things that people are struggling with. But not all the healing journey is so dark or so serious. And we want to bring in or ask you to send in some questions or scenarios or situations that you've gone on your healing path or you've done something and it's just really funny. So we want to know your bloopers, we want to know the things that have gone wrong and the things that you talk about to your friends. We want to share this and we want to share it as a beautiful journey. So to kickstart, just to show you what we're looking for, Susie has volunteered to share
I'm trying to think now
one of her funny stories
I've
through
already
the
shared
healing.
one of them. There's been many places I've been on this journey and signed up, which I will never be going back. I'm not a singer, put it that way, and we were made to sing. But one that sticks in my head, where there was, we went for, back on Happy to be fair, we were doing a Happy circle and there was 3 of us and we were self-serving.
Oh.
So,
okay.
So same thing, but you self-serve, and there was 3 of us there, and one blew that hard. People might not understand it if they don't have the thing, but she blew that hard. The Happy from the triangle ended up in my mouth and my nose. She's already snorted the Happy, so she's off. She's in, seeing what else she's seeing. She's in, and I can't breathe. It's gone in. At the same time, my other friend's gone to snort it and she's seen it's happened.
Oh no.
So she's not blocked the nose and it's all gone in the clump.
Oh my.
We're looking at this friend that's left, like she's seen beautiful things. I can't breathe. I've got herbs, like broken tea bag, just dropping out my thing. And the other girl in the circle's got a whole clump of Happy just down the back of her throat and not gone in the right way. So in the end, we couldn't hold it in anymore. I had to choke and was laughing, to the point that our friend opened her eyes and, for God's sake, I can't even do the healing, they're going to do a journey. But when she looked up, she was like, it reminds me of, like, you know, Home Alone, where he's got all the things stuck in the, she looked and went, what happened to you? And I said, you flew yours that hard that it come out the other side of the pipe and then we did ours. But till you're there and get what Happy is, it's meant to be, we were all meant to do it at the same time.
Yeah. It's
lay down
so really
and you
calm.
get taken off, like, and you go into your own meditation state. No, it's very disastrous. I couldn't do it then. I was out because I was just...
You was laughing or you'd be... Yeah, you couldn't.
No, she took the other one, fuming, stuck it up on her nostril, took the Happy and lay back down and says, you said childish, sort your own shit out. And I was like, okay.
Oh,
so
no.
we just left. But yeah, it's just... The only way I can imagine it's tea bag herbs, just like... It's
because it's like a tobacco. Anyway. It's like a brown... It's a brown powder, but turns into like a brown liquid. Yeah, it's not the most attractive thing, guys.
So
we're
it's
not
not
very
all
well.
roses, and do you know what? It's scary doing it sometimes as well. So
but there's always a funny side to it, and if these moments, if you can find the funniness, it makes it everything a little bit better.
Yeah, I've been at loads of things. Been to some spiritual parties at big events, and I'm literally stood on the thing on the edge of the circle of everything going, and then it's like you're either in or you're out, and you have to get in. Like
you have to get in with it.
Oh my god, how
Say
embarrassing.
jump in and see what happens. There's been
loads of things. It's loads of
But we want your scenarios, anything like that you want to write in, so everyone can share this. Yeah, okay, it is dark and it can be deep and it can be sad and there can be tears, but let's bring in the laughter as well and share these experiences with you.
Definitely. Thanks again for watching. Thanks for all your submissions. Please keep them coming through. Please remember, everything is anonymous. Keep it light, keep it fun.
Yeah, write in. Send us anything you're going through. Again, like we said, if there's anything you want to share, talk about, if we can't answer, we can signpost you where you can go to. So remember, it's all anonymous, be completely open, transparent, like us, no filters, and we can see what we can do.